Sunday. Side by side at the microphone, from the green light to the speed trap, Ray Garino and Joe D calls them as they seize them, and you better believe them. Here, relevant news, biased opinion, and outright nonsense regarding every aspect of automotive culture. Gasp! It's mechanical trickery never before broadcast over FCC-regulated airwaves. Thrilled to the explosive tension as Ray and Joe cuss each other down track, barrel roll across the finish line, laughing at certain disaster as they shake hands with the devil. All that and so much more at high noon this Sunday on the Motormouth Radio Hour. Call in and speak live with the Wizards of Speed and the Live Eat, Ray Garino and Joe D. Bring the whole family. Kids under 12 get in free. Every Sunday at noon on WHPC. Take the Hempstead Turnpike to the Meadowbrook Parkway and look for the no parking on the expressway and no express service on the Parkway side. Go right on Highway 24 to Garden City. $2 all-day parking includes pit pass. Either!
All right, I don't know if you can sing that bass part, Joe. You can play it. I don't know if you can sing it, but here
maybe 40 years ago.
on Motormouth Radio, Ray Guarino with Joe D., the Long Island's only automotive talk show. We're going to try and take you higher today with our sly reference. You can give us
Sly Stone reference, yes.
Yeah, you can give us a call at 516-572-7440. But for a little while only, because we're going to be talking with Jorge Lopez from Jamco Parts today.
Right, not the other guy that was on Channel 7 back in the day, and now he's on
not
on
the
other
comedian.
channels. Yeah, right.
Not the comedian. There's a labyrinth of stuff going on here. There's things tied together. It's
I was
really
going to say, it looks like you were training snakes there for a minute.
I know. Rob left
What?
me with a snake.
No, it's a Boy Scout not board, except with computer stuff.
Stop bringing
That's
my
kind of...
All right.
Oh, but you got it. Look at that. Look, everything is where... Even the keyboard's right side up. How could we go wrong there?
Yeah, I am the figure out of weird things.
You should get the mouse off the top of your head, though, because that's not where it belongs.
You're right.
Okay.
So I want to tell you a quick little story before we get going with George at our break. I went to Englishtown on Friday for the swap meet extravaganza with my friend Kevin. Of course, Kilowatt Kevin and his son Chris. It was Chris's first venture into the swap meet foray.
Ah, yes.
And of course, with Mike and Mike Jr. from Celebrity Chase Collision and the AutoZeum.
That crew, yep.
Yeah, we had a good time. And one of my main things to do, sometimes you have a tool that you have to get or a part that you have to have. Well, my main thing was, it was trauma for me that I had to resolve.
Trauma?
Yeah, trauma.
I mean, I know after walking around that place, I mean, my feet, my back, it's at that point.
This was trauma walking in the door. It was trauma leading up to it. One of the things I buy at Englishtown consistently through the years are work pants.
Right, yeah, there's that guy that's got all the uniforms, yep.
And last year I bought, he sells them in sets of 3, and I bought a set of actually denim work pants, red cap, really nice pants.
Yeah, they're good stuff, yeah.
Well, the trauma came in the fact that I need to go up a waist size.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Welcome to the ranks.
So here's the deal. I took the pants, and I don't know if you remember, he has this way, he alternates, when he folds them, and alternates them.
Yeah,
on
it's like getting them from the uniform guy when you're in the shop, yeah.
And then he ties them with that white string, like bakery string.
Right.
So that string was long gone. I said, let me do this the best I can. I alternated the pants, I tied them with the string at home, and I had them in my swap meet, my buggy there. So I walk up to the guy Friday, and I said to him, listen, I got an issue. I need to know if I can swap some pants. He had to give me the hairy eyeball. He had to look. What do you mean? I'm like, yeah, I got to, I just need a different size. I need the
ones with the 3 legs.
I just want to make a straight up swap. What size? And well, I don't know if we had the. I'm like, listen, whatever you. So he walks away from me. This time, he's had his son with him. This time he had a girl, which I assume is his daughter.
Okay.
Or maybe his daughter-in-law. I don't know. So I went right to her, and she's kind of picked up where I left off. And I said, listen, this is traumatic. This is really trauma. She goes, what do you mean? I said, there was nothing wrong with the pants. I love them. I've been buying them for years. I got probably 12 pair of each. I said, I just went up a waist size. And she goes, oh, so it's different for you than it is for us girls? I was like, no, but I'm hoping that you understand. You know where I'm coming from, right?
Right.
And she's like, well, anyway, they made the deal. I got three more pair of gray, of regular cotton, and 3 pair of denim. And when we left, I was telling Mike Jr., I said, Mike, I hope you learned a lesson. I said, that was negotiating 101.
Oh, yeah.
I said, the guy didn't care bumpkins for what I was doing because, hey, so what? You want to pay a big deal. Bleh. I said, what do women do? They shop. They return.
Oh, they return.
And they look for deals. I said, you apply to a woman's sensibility when it comes to a shopping problem. I said, look what happens. You get a great... I said, plus when I pulled them out of the bucket and she saw that they were exactly like the ones on the table, they looked the same.
Amazing.
It was a no-brainer. Instead of bringing a rumpled up shirt, everything's just, bleh.
Yeah, she probably felt a little bit too because they have that expansion issue from time to time. And
I wasn't going there.
But she kind of gave you empathy there.
Well, like I said, she threw it through a back.
And she probably thanked God that she didn't have the mustache.
Right.
So
exactly.
At that point, she's like, you know what? Let me have some mercy on this old guy. Yeah.
Exactly.
How cool is that?
So my first and biggest trauma was taken care of. And I tell you, boy, you go up a pant size, they fit great.
Isn't it?
I hate to say it.
I find that you could actually see better.
Yeah, you're right. I can think better. I feel like there's a lot of things.
Yeah.
Airflow,
Oh, yeah. Let's not forget the airflow and blood movement there.
Circulation.
All kinds of stuff. Yeah. And then you don't have to worry about like moving too quickly and hearing that.
Yeah.
Especially like what I have ripped. I can't tell you how many pants getting into those positions that I get into.
Oh, sure.
On the dashboards. And the next thing you know, it's like, wow, it's kind of chilly in here.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
I know.
So there's proper uniform sizing is important.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that was good. And of course, bought a few tools. Nothing really. This wasn't a bang up year for me. A few things, grinding wheels and flap discs. I got two new tubing bender tools, compound benders, things like that.
That is the place to find them. You know what I mean? Because I haven't gone in a couple of years, but basically, you could find, they've got brand new stuff packaged at like pretty much wholesale, almost fall off the truck prices.
Right.
And then you could also find some good used stuff that,
Absolutely.
Brand name Snap-on, Matco type stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
As opposed to going through the stores and whatever. It's got a couple of finger marks and guess what? The new tool's going to have that as soon as it gets home, right?
Like I said in the weeks prior, we're looking at my wife's Cruise that needed the cooling system. Now she was telling me that the AC isn't quite cold enough. I realized I didn't have external Torx sockets. I got a rack of external Torx sockets from Craftsman's, $5.
Nice.
In my book,
I gotta borrow those, buddy. We'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah.
In my book, you can't beat that. But let's beat feet to the phone. Let's go over here, push the button, and say, "Hi, you're on with the Motor Mouths."
Hello.
Yes. You are on with the Motor Mouths.
Hey, good morning. It's the Bronx. How you guys doing today?
Senor
All right,
Bronx.
Bronx. How are you?
Está?
I'm still above ground, so I'm doing okay, I guess. Can't ask for more than that in this day and age.
You sold your shovel, didn't you?
Well, no, my wife has it. She's going to have a burial party, so she keeps my welfare checks coming in. The witness protection. So this way the checks come in, they put the backyard, plant some tomato plants there, and then everybody's happy.
All right, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you ahead of time.
For fertilizer, Bronx.
I'll tell you ahead of time, Bronk. If you got a point, make it quick because I'm going to take. This is going to be a short segment because I have to take a long break to bring our guest up.
No problem. All right, you're not going to hear from me for about a month. I'm taking off on vacation. But one thing came out. I was working down the bike shop, my friend's bike shop. They got this new headlight bulb. It's an LED, which is the same plug-in as an H4. You don't have to do any kind of HID. You don't have to put any kind of relay in. It gives you twice the distance. So for the old-time bikers out there, look into it. The bulb runs about $70. You pop it out, you pop it in. I think it makes a big difference in night driving for us old geezers here.
Bronk, let me ask you, do you remember the name of the company he bought it from?
I don't remember the name.
I'm going to tell you one.
Bike shops are getting it.
I know
Drag Specialty sells it, okay?
I'm going to tell you one because I just sent a quarter-panel extension and taillight assembly for my Pontiac out to this fella. He's got a company called Radiance.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Out in Oregon, and they're going to fit my taillights with LEDs, and he sells those LED headlights. He was on the Thursday Night Plane and Traffic show with Lou Santiago, myself, and Louis Lee a couple weeks ago, and he claims, I forget what the factor was, but there was a factor greater than halogen, and he said they're actually better than HID in some cases.
Wow. They are. You know why? Because normal headlight bulb is called overdriving your headlights, where you're going more than 40 miles an hour. When an object jumps out, you're not going to be able to stop because of your distance, your speed, your braking time, and all that. These put out 1.5 times more traveling distance, so now you could do up to about 50 miles an hour without overdriving your headlights, which makes a big difference when you're on the highway.
Right.
Right, and that's people
easy
don't
to spot them
realize
scorpions.
about that idea. So it's something. Plus, there's a lot of companies out there. I just did my Pontiac, my 99 Pontiac, and I just put LED taillights in. I found them on eBay. It was $75 for the pair, brand new, all LEDs, just plug and play. You don't have to put any load equalizers in like on the old days when you went to the LEDs and you went to that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. You don't need equalizers. You just plug it in
into the
and
board
you go.
now, yeah.
Right? Whole different ball game. Mm-hmm. So there's something to look into, especially this time of the year. Go that route. It makes a big difference.
I'm doing it myself. Like I said, I sent him my quarter-panel extension to R&D it, and then I'm also going to buy those the LED headlights because then I got to start driving more at night.
Yeah, well, that's it. Especially now, I'm pushing 70. My nighttime vision isn't what it used to be, and you see the difference. And then with the, on a bike at night, major difference with it. Unbelievable major difference. Wow, I could see. I don't have to play Stevie Wonder with a white cane in front of me.
Well, the other thing is on the motorcycle, you do use your light in the daytime, so it helps people see you. Right.
Yes.
Right.
See and be seen.
So now instead of them seeing me, I could see them. Big difference.
Yes.
Right? So I like that. All right, I won't hold you. I know you got a lot going on. I'm going to be away the next month, so you probably won't hear from me until the middle of June, which I think is a good thing for everybody listening, all three people.
All right, Brock.
So listen. Have a safe one. I'll talk to you guys soon. And
You too.
I'll talk
Stay
to you
safe.
Next month.
All right, Bronk.
Okay,
thanks.
man. Take care.
Take care, guys.
So
Bye.
long. Bye-bye.
So Bronk is off on a walkabout.
Or something about, yeah. So
You're like, well, man, you didn't mention anything about Australia, but...
if people want to hear more from the Bronk, they're going to have to listen to our past shows on motormouthradio.com or go to Performance Motorsports Network or iHeartRadio. Right,
Yep.
and you can find our cached and archived shows.
Yes, we're there for posterity.
But like I had mentioned with earlier with about the Radiance, and again, if we were not on air, I'd remember the guy's name, Mitch. Mitch is the guy from Radiance, and it's RADIENTZ, I believe. Radiance.com.
Okay.
Radiance, he does home, commercial, and automotive lighting. Motorcycle, does a lot of neon, does LED, does all sorts of stuff. They're kind of a forerunner in this. We're going to have him on the show. I'm actually...
Yeah, no, that sounds like LEDs are coming of age, let's face it.
Oh, yeah.
Between the amount of light that they put out plus the amount of current that they pull or don't
pull, right.
You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about, running wires to your lights the size of your arm anymore. Now you can run more reasonable wires, which are easier to snake.
Well, not to get on a big tangent because we don't have the time. The right way to do it is run relays, and obviously you only need the heavy power wire to the relay,
right,
and then the trigger wire from the relay. So the idea is, and a lot of people don't wire relays, first of all, because they think it's too complicated and above their electrical experience.
People still freak out about relays in the 21st century. Yes.
I almost bought a pair of relay pulling pliers. I was going to, but anyway, they're not hard to do. The dictum to follow that I found years ago. And I found a guy who backed it up. It's not rocket science. You really want to mount your relays as close to the power source as you can. So you have the shortest heavy system voltage wire. And then your trigger wires can be longer because they're just low current.
You stick them wherever you want, yeah.
And if one of those gets fractured, it's not going to be a heavy short like it would be if you fracture a system voltage wire.
In other words, less smoke.
Exactly. And less trauma, less flames and all that. So we're going to take a break, and we're going to get Jorge Lopez on the phone. We should come back with him. So everybody's... Yeah, just keep it where you got it. What are we doing here? Let's
push a button.
I think I can make this happen if I really try, Joe. So I'm going to try that, and then we'll.
You can make it if you try. You can make it if you try. Push harder, a little deeper.
Are you looking for the perfect way to celebrate summer? Take part in the 22nd Annual Celebrate Summer Blood Drive.
It's happening Thursday, May 11th from 9 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at Nassau Community College in the CCB Multipurpose Room.
The Memorial Day holiday begins the summer season when traffic and other accidents typically creates a high demand for blood and blood products, and many regular blood donors on vacation, which decreases the pool of available blood donors. So this time, let's make the next blood donor donor, you.
Blood donors must be 17 years old and in good health.
For more information, call 516-572-7401 or visit ncc.edu.
Okay, listen up, class. Beginning in 2017, we will